Bitcoin has been breaking towards the downside outside of this symmetrical triangle. But do not get fooled, because I believe that this is going to be a massive trap. Right now, Bitcoin is creating this falling wedge pattern. We are still trading in a weekend, so we are creating this CME gap. The Bitcoin funding rates have been going back towards neutral stages. And of course, tomorrow, the stock market will once again be opening and these ETF inflows will be coming in. So we need to be talking about that exactly. What am I going to be doing with my Bitcoin trade? So make sure to push up that like button, and as always, let's first of all have a look into what's that imminent short term. And what we can be seeing over here is that yesterday, of course, I was talking about this symmetrical triangle and how probably we are just going to be creating another crash back towards the downside. And yes, exactly, this has been happening, and we are right now creating our next dump towards the downside. But guys, at this moment, right now, I do not think that you should be getting fooled, because I am still going to be keeping my Bitcoin trade open. It is a long trade, and I am potentially even going to be adding even more quantity into this trade. First of all, we are creating that falling wedge pattern on the lower time frames. We can clearly be seeing that, yes indeed, we are creating that downsloping resistance level, but also we are creating a little bit of a support level right here, creating this falling wedge pattern. And this is a typical bullish biased reversal pattern for Bitcoin. So yeah, that means that it is going to be way more likely that we are actually going to be seeing this breakout towards the upside. Now, on top of that, we can also be having a look into what's a Bitcoin CME gap, because of course, we are still trading in our weekend, and during the course of the weekend, we have been dumping towards the downside. And because of this, we are right now creating this a potential CME gap, which inevitably is going to be getting filled. Literally 99% of all of the Bitcoin CME gaps tend to get filled in the beginning of every single week. So yeah, this one, once again, it is going to be very likely that at the beginning of next week, we are going to be starting to fill this Bitcoin CME gap. It is literally a gap of 6% right now. So that is absolutely huge. Now, on top of that, yes, the Bitcoin funding rates have also cooled down significantly. This, of course, means that the liquidity is right now flushed out of the market by this Bitcoin correction. And all of the time, whenever this happened, well, in the previous bull market, it indicating that a bottom is nearing. And well, that is not everything, because we have way more signals that we are about to push back towards the upside. First of all, tomorrow as well, the stock market is going to be opening and institutions will once again be able to buy more Bitcoin. And what we tend to see is that during the beginning of every single week, usually these inflows are very high. But towards the end of every single week, well, the inflows tend to be a little bit lower. This is what we could be seeing during all of the last weeks. So yes, probably starting next week, we are going to be starting off pretty strong. Now, this is why I've been saying that maybe potentially because of this symmetrical triangle where we are leading in towards bearish momentum, we could be seeing a bit of a breakdown in the short term. But in the end of the day, I do think we are going to be getting another push towards the upside. Yes, maybe we are going to be seeing a little bit more of a dump in the short term. Of course, we have now officially broken down of our uptrend. We are right now, officially trading in a downtrend. On top of that, that Bitcoin daily candle did indeed close below that previous all-time high. This is not a very good signal. So maybe in the short term, we can be seeing a little bit more of a correction towards the downside. But just keep in mind that in the longer term, we are trading in this Bitcoin bull market, and literally dips are to buy in the bull market. And we are seeing many signals right now flashing that possibly we are going to be getting a reversal anytime soon. And on top of that, we do have very limited downside risk if we were to be seeing another correction back towards the downside. But I will be talking about that exactly a little bit later. First of all, if you are as well going to be getting interested in trading, make sure to check out that link down below, because you can right now be claiming a $200 trade over on Bybit. On top of that, you are still going to be eligible for this $40,000 deposit bonus if you are using this link, so make sure to check it out. Without this link, it is only going to be $400 and you are not going to be eligible for this trade. Now, if you want to be staying up to date about my exact Bitcoin trade, what am I going to be doing, what are going to be my entries, and what is going to be my exact game plan, well, make sure to check out this free VIP group with also that link down below. Have a look into what's the requirements. It is going to be absolutely for free, and that way you are going to be completely up to date about my exact Bitcoin trades. Now, I do think that this opportunity coming up is going to be a very good opportunity, because the potential upside is going to be insane. because of course we are still trading in that bull market. Now the potential downside is going to be very limited. Of course, if we are going to be having a look into what's the average correction, it has only been of about minus 20% this cycle. And that will be putting Bitcoin at the 59k level from off its top. So yeah, if we were to be seeing this correction, well, in my opinion, it is not going to be such a huge problem. From off this point we are currently trading at, it is only going to be about a minus 9% dump still, and that could be the maximum dump we could be seeing, and we are still going to be completely fine in this Bitcoin bull market. So that is why I do think it is going to be a very good opportunity right now coming up. We are getting a lot of signals that we are going to be turning around anytime soon, and on top of that, the downside risk is going to be very limited. So yeah, a very good opportunity in my opinion coming up right now. But anyways, if you do want to be staying up to date about every single market development, make sure to be following me over on Twitter. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in another update video tomorrow morning.